Hey, so have you ever felt like you're stuck? Like you want to move forward, but every time you start, something snaps you back like a rubber band? Well, you're not alone. Because a lot of times, once people get moving, they don't struggle with keep going. They struggle with just starting. Here's the problem. Overthinking kills momentum. And actually, overthinking stalls momentum. We take something simple, like going to the gym, making a sales call, or maybe even writing that first page, and we turn it into an obstacle course in our minds. We analyze every detail, try to predict every possible failure, and by the time we're done thinking about it, we are exhausted. So we don't start. Sound familiar? Like maybe you've told yourself, I need to wait until I have the perfect plan, or I don't feel ready just yet, or what if I mess up? But momentum doesn't come from just knowing what you should be doing. Momentum actually comes from doing something. And the solution is to building momentum is the power of small, consistent actions. Because the biggest myth about momentum, people think it comes from massive actions, but the real momentum is built with tiny, consistent steps. James Clear, in his super famous book, Atomic Habits, says if you get 1% better every day, you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year. Think about that. 1% isn't overwhelming. 1% isn't scary. 1% is just one small step forward today. Let's use a simple example. A train sitting still on the tracks can be held in place by something as small as a rock if you jam it in there. But once that train starts moving, that same train can smash through a steel barrier like it's nothing. Momentum works the same way in your life. In the beginning, it feels slow. It takes effort to get started. But once you're moving, it gets easier. And before you know it, you're becoming unstoppable. That's why the key is not waiting to feel motivated. It's committing to small, repeatable steps because those small steps create movement. And movement is the definition of momentum. But what if you don't feel confident enough to start? Maybe you're thinking, yeah, okay, I get it. Small steps create momentum, but what if I'm just not feeling like, I'm up for that challenge to take the first step? Great question. Because without confidence, you hesitate, you overthink, you let opportunities just pass you by. Bye bye. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about next week. I'm going to teach you a little known secret to boosting your confidence so you can start right away. So if you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever doubted yourself before taking action, trust me, you don't want to miss this. But your challenge for this week, take one tiny step today and keep doing it. Right now, think of one area in your life where you feel stuck. Then identify the smallest possible action you can take. Something so easy you can do it in the next 60 seconds, or heck, 30 seconds. If you've done that, drop a comment below and tell me what's your 1% improvements for today. Because the moment you take that first step, momentum begins. Chat with you next week. Onward and upward, everybody.